What Bowser's doing here might help. Yes!
We did it!
Sup, dudes? This is Cards of the Heart, and this is my new setting. I am here in the new place, and we are so back with some Tetris Attack. It's time to get back to some normalcy after all of the frantic running around I've been doing this month to get moved. It is time to get back into some sort of rhythm, and I'm probably going to need some of that rhythm in order to do well in my qualifying for the 2026 Bumpty Open next weekend. So how about we get things started, shall we, dudes?
Dude?
Let's see. Actually, hold on, there's a bit of a weird thing going on. Let's see if I can figure out why. See if I can figure out why that is. Why are both of those things? Like, let's see. Yeah, I've definitely got two. I've definitely got two instances of text going behind me, which is definitely not something that was happening before. Oh, why is that one still up? Okay, let's get that out of here. Let's get out of here. This should be the text that shows, even if it's a little on the tiny side. Which I'm kind of like compromising to deal with some questionable formatting. But you know what? You know what, dudes?
Dude?
You are not here to listen to me bemoan my situation, because I'm in a new situation, and in fact, let me show off that situation. Let's show you exactly what I am working with, dudes.
Dude?
Ta-da! Oh, check out what I've got behind me. No longer am I streaming from the comfort of my bedroom. I now have a dedicated office. And boy, oh boy, have I stacked things up with some good things. So yeah, let's take a little bit of a tour, shall we? While we've got a few minutes here. Let's move things out of the way and actually show off what I've got working with here. So hopefully this will be enough to show exactly everything I've got here. Like, look at this dedicated office space now. Look at my dedicated space. I've got all of my gaming and electronic devices over here. I've got my consoles set up over here. Once I finally get all of them reconnected, I've got a monitor over here off screen where I can look at you dudes.
Dude?
And then of course I've got my usual
Are you ready?
setup going where I have a primary gaming monitor up here, which now the camera is sitting on top of, so it's going to be in a more stable position compared to this rickety old tripod that I was using before. Like I need to stop using this tripod altogether because it's gotten old and loose, shaky, so gone. That's out of here. So I've maintained my primary gaming monitor here, my secondary monitor here, and my CRT, where I'll be playing my Tetris Attack and Pokemon Puzzle League and all of my older games on. So got that going. Got that going for us in here. And then back here, I have added some amenities to the mix. Got a microwave. I have a microwave where if I want to heat up anything frozen that I might want to consume, and I can do that. And why would I keep anything frozen? Because right here is a fridge. I have my own little refrigerator, and it is keeping all sorts of fun little amenities. I love me my plant-based yogurts, and my grapes. I tend to snack on these things quite a bit. This is also a good place for me to stock up on bottled waters. All of the water that I drink on a regular basis, especially during these streams, I've got stockpiled in here so that I don't even have to leave in order to hydrate up. So that is very nice, dude.
Dude?
Oh, let's see. And then, of course, the most apparent thing that you're probably seeing here, I added a couch. That's right, dudes.
Dude?
I want to relax, and I've got a place for it now. In fact, if I wanted to do some sort of maybe a future subathon from here, I wanted to raise subscriber funds to make this space even better. Look what I can do with this. Oh yes, this reclines. And boy, oh boy, I can set this all the way back. And you know, I could find a way to sleep in here, dude.
Dude?
You could watch me sleep during any future subathon plans. Isn't that something? So I am definitely all sorts of setup for for future plans here. I mean, like I've got a little couch space to maybe film some skits. Do have a little table right here that I could set a camera on. Just look at you dudes face to face from this spot. I could just use this as a space to talk. Or maybe I could bring the camera here and do some sort of watch along. I mean, this love seat I have here actually has some container space. It's got cup holders, got a little storage space for snacks in the middle. I could definitely get cozy here, and maybe in the future I would set up a television right on this opposite wall. In fact, there's already a mounted space set up from the previous owners where I could somehow mount a flat screen TV onto. I could do that, and we could enjoy some sort of movie watch along in my personal Discord server for all of the YouTube dudes.
Dude?
The YouTube sardines, the Twitch sardines.
Sardines!
The patron sardines. And we wanted to expand that way. Like I can have like exclusive watch along perks here, and I could point the camera at this area here, watch things on a TV here, and we could enjoy ourselves and have a good time with the space over here. I've got, like, I really appreciate being able to walk in my space, dudes.
Dude?
Oh, like in the old space, like here's the amount of space that I had to work with. I could like
space.
Tim, could we not try and have a moment here? So, I could like move here and here and a little bit here and here, and yeah, I did not have a lot of space to work with before. I could not work in the space that I was working in before. I could not by any stretch of the imagination get any sort of creative with content, but now I have options. This is all I ever wanted. I just wanted a dedicated space to be able to bring more types of content. And you know what? I got, like, with this table back here, I could, like, bring it forward here and maybe, I don't know, put together a jigsaw puzzle? I don't know. I'm kind of known for puzzles at this point. Like, maybe let's put together some physical puzzles. Maybe we could do that. How's that sound, dudes? Alright, Light Blue Yoshi fan, Meetabusker. Welcome, dudes.
Dude?
Yes, this is the new place, and like once I get around that pesky little mortgage deal, this is free and clear in my name. I basically own the place, and yeah, as long as I keep making the loan payments, this is my place to do with as I please, which is pretty nice. Also, I just noticed my old captions are actually working. Like, they weren't working before. So that was the second set of captions that were appearing before. That's interesting. Let me try I need to like bring this down for a second. Let's see here. There was something else that I needed to bring into here. Where is it? Where did I put the little POV of the Discord call? The private Discord call I am in my personal Discord server. Supposed to have a little visual of that. Where is it? Oh, it must be completely hidden. Let me fix that part. Let me bring this back. Okay, where did I even put this? I've been like busy moving things all week. Yesterday was my deadline to get out of the old house, so I've been frantically moving things around on my normal week off from work. So I don't have everything completely set up how I want yet, especially with this. Yeah, I think this just needed to be like right here. Okay. And there is a thing I can do with that. Let me go like 2021 style and add this. Yeah. We'll add a little bit of a ring, so that way things don't look completely awkward when I finally get into some gameplay. Because I do have every intention of playing Tetris Attack tonight. I'm going to put up some qualifying for the community tournament, the Bumpty Open, happening next weekend. It's the second leg of the championship series, and qualifying went well last time, but I kind of want to close it out with a win this time around in order to make me feel better about myself heading into the rest of the season. Alright, so let me get this ready to go, and we will enjoy some... We will enjoy some Tetris Attack in just a bit. Somehow my timer started automatically in the middle of that. Not sure how you did that computer, but that's very concerning. So let's get that taken care of. Yeah, this is gonna look a little weird for a bit, as I'm actually gonna be looking like completely sideways to the camera just to be able to see you dudes.
Dude!
I used to actually have my monitor perched up on top of my CRT, so all I'd have to do is look up to look at you during my gameplay. But the problem is, as I show off one last trick that I haven't shown off in some time. All rise. I haven't been able to pull this off in a while. But my desk is a standing desk. I can... oh, wow. What? I actually... John's a little surprised by that. Like, yeah, I can actually stand up, and I'm not like I'm not like, my head's not like pushing through the top of the camera like it would in the old place. Oh, that is nice. But the problem with integrating my old setup into this new space, the biggest thing,
Space!
Tim, can we not? The biggest problem, my ceiling is considerably lower than it was in the old house. I'm not even sure this ceiling is 7 foot tall. My old ceiling was like 10 feet. So I could raise this desk and stack things up decently high before, but now I can't. I don't have room to fit anything on top of my CRT. I'm not even sure I could fit dual monitors on top of this desk when it's fully raised up. I'll have to figure out that space when I consider upgrading this setup, whenever I have the funds to upgrade this setup. Upgrade the PC, really. So right now I've got a little bit of a jank deal where I have like 4 monitors in a corner like so, and I have different tables and desks that sit them all together. I have a whole like bookcase that houses my 3rd monitor. Definitely a bit weird. Hey, Vice, up, dude?
Dude!
Dance Dance Revolution win? I got the space for it. I think I have, like, I certainly have enough to at least, I have enough room to at least throw out a pad, maybe. I don't know if I have enough for a full, machine. I don't know, maybe Wizard Person could hook me up with something. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, definitely a lot more space here this time around. Really, I was thinking Ring Fit. I was thinking Ring Fit Adventures in this kind of setup, because I would definitely have a lot more space to be able to, like,
Space!
Good lord, I need a bigger cooldown on that space clip. Like, the only thing I really can't do is raise my hands up high and jump that high. Good thing my considerably large frame doesn't allow me to jump into the ceiling, thankfully. But I can't raise my hands as much as I would like to in order to really stretch things out. But I can do just about everything else. I could do like so many other stretches, which would be cool. And you know, before we get things started, the lighting's still a bit weird here. Let me add something a little bit different. Let me change this up just a little bit. I've got more where that came from in the lighting department. Oh yes. Oh yes. I bought more lights. I bought more and more lights, and this probably works better in a seated position, so let's get into the seated position and see how the lights work like this. let's see here. Before I completely lose my microphone. Let's see how this works. Let's see, was this the level? Was this the level I wanted to put my desk at? No, just a little bit lower. A little bit lower than this. So I do have some extra lights that are shining on me. And look at what else I can do with these lights. In fact, let me shut off my ceiling light and let's get more into the mood, shall we? Because these are not regular lights. I bought RGB lights, dudes.
Dude?
I've got one light. I've got one light here. 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 And I can shine them down in a variety of colors. I've got like a cycle that goes through red and then green and you know, I have a remote for these lights that just doesn't work no matter how many times I try, so I gotta do these manually. Here's the green light. Here's the green lighting. I think next in the rotation is blue. Blue is my favorite color. So let's see how this all looks in a blue light. Oh wow, this is kind of trippy. Oh, this blue light is definitely on the trippy side. Like how much does this desk lamp fix the situation? Oh, it basically gets rid of the mood lighting. So let's turn this back off, and yeah, I got blue lights. Oh, the fun things I could do with this. Unfortunately, the battery life on these lights is 2.5 hours, so they're not gonna last very long once they stay on like this. But see, what are the rest of the colors on this? I think if I just tap these lights, they cycle between red, green, and blue. Yeah, it's just red, green, and blue for these lights. The remote would just let me cycle through a whole bunch of more colors, and I hadn't exactly worked with these lights to see how to exactly strobe with all of these lights, but there are definitely some funnier things that I can do with the stream with all of these RGB lights at my disposal, dude.
Dude?
Alright, let me make sure that these are actually shining properly. I can give you, dude, some proper lighting.
Dude?
Alright. Alright, I should be properly lit now. Not that kind of lit. That was last month. Okay. So yeah, this is the new space, and this is what I'm going to be using for the foreseeable future. I certainly have no plans to move from anywhere else. This is going to be it. And yeah, hoping this will let me do some more fun things for you dudes in the years to come. Again, I do mean years to come, because I ain't going anywhere from here. This is it. This is the spot that I chose to be. This is the spot that I wanted to be. And even though the floor does flood on occasion from excessive rains, there's not a lot to hate about this spot, and it is a dedicated space. My bed is upstairs. There's a loft that I just go to sleep in, so I don't have to worry about having a dedicated resting space so close to my workspace. So maybe
Space!
So maybe I can focus on doing actual work in this space for once, which will definitely be a nice change. But looking at the time, just making sure that I'm not missing anything important in my emails. Time is a little short for me to do a full Tetris attack run in this space of time, so I'm gonna go ahead and take a little brief break here, and when we come back I will start the Tetris attack gameplay. So if you wanted to see some Tetris attack from me on this channel, and you finally get your shot for the first time in 3 weeks. It's been long overdue, so Tetris attack will begin right after this short break. Be right back, dudes.
Dude!
Dudes, to the attack on Tetris. Man, it's been a while. It's been a while since I've been able to make use of this space. to make use of Tetris Attack stream. Man, I am so overdue. So for today, I'm going to warm up by doing full versus mode category runs. So I'll be going through all of the versus levels: easy, normal, hard, V hard, in increasing difficulty order to simulate tournament qualifying. I'm gonna figure out how much warm up I need, and then I am going to do my qualifying sessions for the tournament right after. So let's see how Tetris Attack treats me today, dudes.
Dude!
And I think for this situation, I'm going to want to actually angle the camera down a little bit more towards me so I fit better in the frame. How's that look? Alright, the camera will eventually catch up to the lighting. Should I change this lighting? Like, look how much more ethereal I look if I don't adjust the camera lighting. Like, on one hand, you can barely see me. On the other hand, you can see too much. You can see too much light. So, how can I fix that a little bit better? I think this is the only way for me to do it. Oh, does this look better or this? This might be too dark, this might be too light. I don't have a great medium. Well, this might be fine. This might be fine for now. Yeah, let's go with this. Let's go with this for now, and if I need to change it for the sake of video thumbnailing and such, then by all means we'll cross that bridge later. But for now, I want to get my Tetris Attack game on. To do that, I think I'm going to hard reset this console. So, let's get in position to do some Tetris Attack on this channel again for the first time in 3 weeks. Taking off too much time from playing this game. So, let's see how rusty I am with the first run of the day in the new house. Coming at ya!
Are you ready?
Well, Brock, I guess we will see if I am ready. That's not bad. Okay, Lakitu getting that garbage clear is not doing me that many favors, but alright, well. It is what it is. And what it is with easy mode is slow, slow, slow. Versus level 2 is slow, slow, slow. You're gonna get to that, aren't you? Oh, never mind. Wait, what even was the plan there, Bumpty? What even was the plan? I couldn't even tell you, dude.
Dude!
Okay. So the normal course of operations here is to try and get 7 lines of garbage onto each of these opponents as fast as you can. And if you take a little bit extra time to get garbage down, then you might need an 8th or a 9th line. But most people, most of the top players will get this done with a 5 chain with 3 rows of combo garbage, and I try to get a little more aggressive than that considering my combo output. And really, I'm just trying to dodge garbage clears. The more these opponents do, the more time they waste, and there's just no good way to get around that, dude.
Dude!
Oh, I got like a little 6 to 5 action going on here. Okay. Well, that chain dropped prematurely. So of course, Froggy was going to get a little bit of a garbage clear, and yeah, these garbage clears will definitely eat into your easy mode opportunities. Like, I think I should be defeating Blarg right here. I should have already won by here. Usually 3.5 minutes is a good benchmark for me getting out of Blarg, but that is not going to be the case here. Okay, there's a little 6 chain. I can get behind that. Took me a while to get the combos going, but for a 16-second stage, I will certainly not complain, dude.
Dude!
Like 15 seconds on average would be amazing for this level, but sometimes that's not reasonable. Sometimes these opponents just won't let you have it your way. So you take what you can get, and maybe, just maybe, you'll get out from the first 8 in less than 5 minutes, like I just failed to do.
I don't think so, Tim.
This should still be a fine easy mode run by most standards, though. Okay. Alright, Hook Bill got to that garbage clear. Seemed like there was no other way for me to play around that. Garbage clears will be the death of your quality easy mode runs. Get a whole bunch of those, and getting over 630 is certainly not out of the realm of possibility, dude. Seems like I just need to warm up a fair bit more. Especially as long as it's taking me to find these 5 chain sequences. Oh, really?
You're my hero.
Sheesh. That was a high 617. That's a bit of a bummer. Alright. So per the easy to V-hard category rules, as soon as the screen stops fading to white and starts fading to black, you are free to
Let's go.
do a soft reset and move on to the next level. And normal mode will certainly be the first level that will give you some fits if you waste any sort of time. They can build up some garbage clears on you with their speed. I don't expect that to be a problem here. Okay, I probably needed that. I would like to aim for 6 lines of garbage on each of these stages, because raising the versus level from 2 to 4 does enable these opponents to lose just a little bit sooner. Alright, is that good? Alright, as long as it's under 15 seconds, I'll be fine. I would be fine with every normal stage under 15 seconds. And that's definitely not the easiest thing to pull off, dude.
Dude?
So another not easy thing to pull off is trying to do these streams and properly hydrate at the same time. Especially with all the talking I'm trying to do to explain how to do this stuff, because I haven't done this in a few weeks, dudes. I need to be able to talk my way through this just to figure out what I need to be doing. Let's try that. You like that? Ah. Timing is always going to be the hardest part. Oh well. Boy, I tell you, I took my Payspin Monday weekly update and named it "When It Rains, It Pours," cause man, oh man, did it literally poured in my area this week. I think Mother Nature decided to take a piss in my Cheerios. Because my neck of the woods got a whole bunch of rain this week. In fact, the first 2 days that two of the first 3 days that I moved my things in here and actually rested in here. The first two full days of pure rest I could get in here there was a lot of rain, a lot of extended rain, and this room flooded twice. So I had a lot of cleanup to do before I could even get into the position of moving things in here. There were lots of shop vac expenses, lots of ruined things that had to get dried out. Like this floor is still on the wet side. I could probably still slosh around in here and find some wet spots. Don't tell anyone else too loudly, but I think it attracted some ants too. I've been practically committing genocide on all the ants that have made their way into the space. They probably can't dig into the
Space!
Thank you, Tim Curry. They probably have not been able to make any room to dig into the dirt on the outside.
You're my hero.
So they mostly moved their way into the house. Man, oh man, are they everywhere. Definitely not a thing I was expecting to have to deal with when I signed the contract on the dotted line.
Let's go!
What I was also not anticipating is for this overall run to be going this decent so far. Because I've been trying to warm up a little bit from time to time. Like I broadcasted the community speedrun events since the last time I streamed to this channel. But honestly, Bumpty, can we not? But honestly, I really have not had that many opportunities to play these games. Oh, that's not right. Okay. Might be showing. I might actually be showing my rust a little bit by doing just that. I need to remember my expert rule of 6. Like, take 6 seconds to fully get my attack going. How will that work? I wanted to start at 2, stop at 8, win in 13, feel great, but didn't need it there, because that's a 10.
That top milk, that cream, pure vanilla, sweeteners. That's a 10.
I suppose if I can output that much garbage in such a limited space, I don't need to remember any silly rules. Maybe I don't need to remember any silly rules, dudes.
Dude.
Okay. How am I going to... get to this section here? That didn't feel super. Get it down, and... Alright, that's fine. That's fine. This is definitely... Bee-boo! Shut up. This is a fine first half. I should be on sub 7 pace with this first half. Alright, how does that work for you? There we go. There we go. Lunchfish and Raphael tend to be sped up enough that they demand a little bit extra than the previous stages before them, but with my garbage output so far, that has been a non-issue. And now it's being an issue. Wow, I'm bad. Wow, wow, wee wow, I am being bad. Okay. So, getting under 7 minutes from here is going to be a little complicated. Okay, let's see here. Sure, let's give that a shot. No, you were downstacking to garbage clear. Why? You're just flattening. Come on. Come on. So this part may not get under 7 minutes, which means the V hard is going to have to get incredibly lucky. Okay, that helps. All right, you can afford to get a little aggressive on these later foes with how much more they raise their stack. But still definitely asking myself for a little bit extra help. I could have stood to knock that chain up a little bit more to avoid that garbage clear. But this seems fine. That seems fine. Okay, now for the Bowser. Let's give that a shot. Oh no, I'm bad. Oh no. No. Oh, no, you don't. Bowser, you don't know how to do that. Why are you doing that? You do not know how to line up chains off of transformed garbage. No one in this game learns how to do that. How are you doing that? Can we not? Can we not do this? I know you know how to chain. But why?
You're my hero.
Ah, for crying out loud. Still don't know how to play hard mode, apparently. So that will leave V hard. And man, oh man. Would this require a pretty good V hard to avoid going over 30 minutes?
You're my hero.
Because 30 minutes is the cutoff for tournament qualifying. As players will be asked to complete their easy to V hard runs within a 30-minute time limit. If they can most certainly get a top spot in the seeding for the monthly tournaments. Which the monthly tournaments this year will have a flatter bracket to them. So the higher seeds in qualifying will get multiple buys to make the earlier matchups more competitive. So the top players will definitely be encouraged to place high just so they don't have to play as many matches. I think a top 2 spot is not unreasonable if you complete this in under 30 minutes, considering how few people have completed this entire challenge in under 30 minutes. I'm gonna have to go back through the leaderboard to check all the names, but most of the names are the people you would expect to see at the top of these tournaments. So that's myself, that's the Beefin314, FFR Pro. Has anyone else done it that's a regular entrant? Now that I think about it, I don't think there is. Also, didn't I just see this stage? I can't help but think I saw that stage earlier. Maybe I could run the tape and see if it's the same one I was looking at. Okay, okay, now it doesn't matter because this blarg is being incredibly uncooperative. Okay. That's a first half exit at about 340, which is still really good. That can still lead to a sub 8 time. And that is certainly not a terrible time to go for. Oh, can we not lunge fish, please? Man. I know these opponents in the mid-game demand a lot more like 7 lines of garbage, which may be good enough for the first half, is almost always not good enough for Lungefish and Raven. But it does end up getting a little bit ridiculous how much extra you end up needing to beat some of these later opponents, and a lot of it could be just a timing thing. Like, you may send your attack at a slightly earlier time before the opponent's able to make a match that would clear your garbage, and you have to sit through a bunch of clearing garbage. That happens a lot. Alright, so let's see if my 6-second rule will help here. As I do try to stop my attack in this cave section at 6 seconds, considering how fast these opponents are at raising their stack. So, it's working so far. And if I can keep that up, then sub 8 is practically a guarantee. Oh, another 10! Woo, that was close. Okay. This cave is trying to play nice. I'm not about to fall for it, dude.
Dude!
This cave is really trying to play nice. Super aggressive, not making too many chains. Not much going from this Kamek either. Okay, you found it out. That's fine. That is still fine. That is amazing, actually. Like, for this to be the worst cave stage in this segment would be amazing. Because the earlier levels, personal best is out of the question, but this would be a funny end, wouldn't it? Okay, it's not gonna end super haha funny.
Haha! We did it!
That's still pretty good, though. Come on. It's like that's basically a 737. Are we serious, dude?
Dude!
Are we serious with that? The V hard was faster than the hard. How do I do that? Oh, come on. Come the frick on. About 617 easy, a 629 normal, 742 hard. Yeah, call it 737 V hard. Man, I don't normally expect to save 40 seconds on the V hard segment in these runs, but when I do, I'm always going to be amazed by it. Sheesh. Sheesh, sheesh, sheesh. Okay then. I think one more run through the category is going to be in order. I'm going to want to clean up my hard mode segment. Try to figure out how to play hard mode effectively again, and then once I am done with that, I will proceed to do my qualifying run. So I'm going to have 2 chances at beating this overall category in under 30 minutes. And if I don't get it done, then I'll just get my forward progress through the whole level judged, based on the last stage I actually complete within the 30-minute time limit. But if that last run was any indication, that should not be a problem. But I will want to warm up a little bit more for that, so let me take a break here and give myself a chance to warm up. I'm going to want to get out of this chair and do some stretches, which I've actually got space to do now.
Space!
Oh, can I like get some sort of limit on how often Tim Curry triggers a single broadcast? I might have to put that kind of cooldown on it. We'll see. We'll see. Let's go ahead and make some room for the big bad Twitch ads, so new dudes coming in don't have to get bombarded with them. So let's pay some bills and come back with some more Tetris Attack, warming up for qualifying for next weekend's Bumpty Open right after this. Be right back, dudes. These captions are just never going to get it, no matter what filters I put on the microphone to make my speech clearer. I just need a new microphone. Be right back, dudes.
Dude!
Welcome back to Tetris Attack, dudes. I did just get off of an easy to V-hard run that featured a 737 V-hard run, which, considering the V-hard time in my personal best run that you see above me, that's a pretty fast segment. And if I'm going to have a V-hard run like that, then I should pretty much be ready to qualify for the Bumpty Open happening next weekend on the Puzzle Speedrun Twitch channel. But my hard mode segment was not super great, not super clean. So I'm gonna do one more run of this. Try to focus on my hard mode time, and let's see if I can get something a little bit more consistent. Maybe a PB will be in the cards. We'll just have to see. I did take the time over the break to utilize my 267-pound frame, be like a giant bug killer for all the ants that are crawling around here. They really don't have anywhere else to go with the oversaturated ground that's surrounding me. There's still parts of this floor that are soaked. I really just need to get my industrial fan from storage and just blow dry this floor apart. Might be the only way that I reduce the threat of all of the creepy crawlies that are getting in here. Like you gotta worry with all of these old consoles that I've got, these old sensitive consoles that I have. Like I've brought my gaming rack with me, even though it's no longer big enough for all of my needs when it comes to retro consoles. I've got Super Nintendo, I've got regular Nintendo, which you are able to see on screen here. I've got my Wii for playing Pokemon Puzzle League. I've got my GameCube for playing Pokemon Puzzle Challenge. My Nintendo 64 for playing Pokemon Puzzle League Spa Service. Got my PlayStation 3, my PlayStation 2. I certainly have plenty of PlayStation 2 games I would like to play on this channel in the future. And yeah, I am definitely worried about ants crawling into them and ruining them, because they are not easy to replace, dude.
Dude!
Especially with the home brewing of the Wii I've had to do in order to get that to work. I don't even remember where I put my copy of Super Smash Bros. Brawl to homebrew a new Wii. I wouldn't be able to tell you how to do that. I think I've got Zelda Twilight Princess somewhere. I hear that's supposed to help with that too. But safe to say, I have no intentions of trying to replace any of these consoles, so the sooner I can get the ants out of here, the better. But you're not here to listen to me complain about ants. You're here to watch me play some Tetris Attack. So let's get back on the attack. Like by day, I can be an Attack on Titan on the things that go bump in the night in this room, but by night I will be playing Attack on Tetris. So let's get it going. By the way, is anyone planning to watch the Classic Tetris World Championship going on next weekend? I know the timing for the community tournament was absolutely terrible in that regard, but I'm like kind of squashed for time between here and the September Pokemon Puzzle League Major, so rather not push those tournaments too closer together. But Classic Tetris World Championship is next weekend, and I have to imagine after the tournament my eyes will be absolutely glued to that event. I'll probably never play classic Tetris to anywhere near the level that any of the players in any of the brackets will be playing in. Probably never get to that level, so I'll just sit there and be dumbfounded like always. Alright, here we go. Next run.
Are you ready?
By the way, if you don't want to listen to Brock be a bit of a nuisance on the timer, then by all means come into the Twitch chat, spend some sardine points, and you too can change the look of this timer into another Pokemon Puzzle League character of your choice. Or maybe Q Sugar Dust from Honey Pop fits more of your style. You freak. Dang. Dang, I did not get the freak on there.
You have been infected with the freak.
Took a couple of tries. Took a couple of tries. I feel like the wisps are missing their maid right now. Why did I do that? Okay, I think I plopped that on enough. Oh, there we go. There we go, got the 7 lines down. Don't know why Poochie went all the way to the right for that match. I think they would have tried to connect to the garbage, but I guess they were too slow to even recognize that. Did I delay that enough? Yes, sir. But didn't get around the other match. How unfortunate. Timing's so hard to get right in easy mode. Like, we basically know the machinations of how they regroup for their attacks. But to keep all that straight in real time, I just don't find myself capable of that. So I'll send whatever fast attack I can get and then pray that it's good enough. I just don't have the time. You're not gonna get to that, okay? That is fine. That is fine. If all the stages are under 20 seconds, I will be fine. Not super great, but I don't need the easy segment to be super great. I just need the easy segments to not be super dog water. Of course, I was 1 line short. But Lungefish did not have any sort of response whatsoever, so still keeping it under 20 seconds, and as long as I keep all of these stages under 20 seconds, I can get through to the cave in about 5 minutes. I will definitely feel good about my chances of not completely bombing with the easy segment. And if I could get it under 6 minutes, which is not impossible here, then I would be thrilled. Why did I do that? Okay. That was a bit weird ordering there. Didn't get the chain that I wanted, so having to do that with combos certainly not ideal for securely topping off these opponents. Not bad. That 8 combo should fix things. Or not. Can we not? Can we not, dude?
Yeah!
Alright. Disappointing end to that run,
Dude.
but I will certainly be fine with a 613. By the way, dudes, make sure to call me out if the fade to black does not start whenever I do a reset between levels, because during competition, during qualifying, that will be a penalty assessed onto my final time. Certainly not gonna be penalized for that though, dude. That was kind of nuts. I said it was kind of nuts. You're supposed to love my nuts, damn it!
You little shit.
Okay. Okay, Vince doesn't want to come out and play, it seems. Whatever. Oh, okay. That ends up being fine, as I wasn't avoiding that garbage clear anyway. Hey, Mitsu, sup, dude?
Dude?
Appreciate the good luck as always. Appreciate everyone that is coming out here. Certainly been a minute since I did this on this stream. Can't help but wonder if anyone's going to forget that I exist over here. Because, man, there was a big break after, like, 2021. Or was it 2020? The years post-pandemic tend to blend together nowadays. But there was a big gap for about 3 months when I did basically nothing. I was just fixing things up, and that really does a number on your overall numbers. So I would rather not do that if I can help it again. It's part of my perfectionist curse. I want to do things right the first time instead of just doing them. Where's Shia LaBeouf when you need him? Sometimes you need to just do it. I don't have that clip queued up right now, which is a shame. It is a clip I've definitely poked fun at myself with over the years. Okay, so it's under 3:30 for this de facto first half of normal mode, so this should still be fine to proceed into the 7:30s range. Can we not? Okay. Okay. Like, keep it under control, Lungefish. I know you often need to be sent a lot more garbage than the previous opponents, but that doesn't give you license to do whatever the hell you want.
Huh?
That was nicely timed. Okay. And I think I nicely dodged... No, I didn't dodge the second garbage clear. Crud. Crud. So, I'm almost certainly losing time on this normal segment here. This is going to be over 6:30. Might be over 6:40 if the cave does what it has a chance to do. Why did I do that? Wow, I'm bad. Wow. It's gonna be my own damn fault that this run goes over 6:30. Sheesh. I was already worrying enough about the hard segment. I don't need to worry about the normal segment too. Can we not? How am I doing this then? Well, that didn't help. Oh man. This can't be where I start falling off. I've barely done anything tonight. If this is where I fall off, then my qualifying is not going to be good enough. And that's wrong. This is probably gonna clean it up.
You're my hero.
Ugh. Alright. Alright, like once that mess in the endgame happened, I was sure the time was gonna fall somewhere in there. So now I just need my hard mode to not blow chunks like the last several have had.
Let's go.
Let's see how this goes. Start at 2, stop at 8, win in 13, feel great. I didn't quite stop at 8, as my general rule for this level goes, but I've got some wiggle room to play with in this early segment, so. Let's just get this warmed up. Start at 2. It's stopping at 8, but okay, I stopped too early. I stopped too early, and that gave Bumpty an opportunity to get a garbage clear. Then again, I'm not sure I was dodging that garbage clear if I had properly executed according to my rule. Can we not? Wow. That was bad. Not executing at all. I don't know what it is about hard mode that gets me like this. Suddenly I get into hard mode and I start doing what Poochie might do in a civilized society and dump the bed. Can we not have this? Why? Why are you still here, sir? How can I be this bad at this video game and still... What, am I still, like, top 3 in the hard level? On the leaderboard? I think I'm still top 3. Or maybe someone after beefing passed me a while ago. No, I'm still third. I'm still third. FFR hasn't quite gotten there yet. With a little more elbow grease, he certainly could. So I don't know how I can... reach the heights of being on the podium of most of these versus levels and still struggle. So much on this hard level, just playing it in a race setting. I don't get it. Come on, why are you that low? It's just me lashing out at this point. Trying to get myself to play better. I can't figure out what is making me play like this hot trash. Okay, well, I guess that one's on me for forgetting how low Lunge and Raph tend to go. Man, this is bad. Like this run may not get under 730. This is just dreadful. No, I need one more line. Dang. One line cost me like 6 seconds. Sheesh. Alright. Alright. Get it together, get it together, get it together. Really? I failed the insert?
I don't think so, Tim.
Definitely doing something wrong. Yep, I'm gonna lose a minute here. I'm gonna lose a minute on this hard mode segment and just ruin all of my chances of beating this in under 30 minutes. Just you wait. Sure, let's go with that. How we feeling, Kamek? You gonna let me do this? Okay. Okay. I appreciate you letting me play the video game. No, I'm losing more than a minute on this. Are you kidding me? This is awful. You good?
You're my hero.
At least I know how to deal with Bowser. It's the other 11 stages that are giving me fits, apparently. Alright, so I would need a run similar to the V-Hard I got in the...
Let's go! You're my hero.
Last attempt to beat this in under 30 minutes. Alright, we good? Why are you that... Why are you bad? Why am I not sending enough? Why am I Oh, I'm playing more and I'm getting worse. Oh, this is so bad. I'm playing the video game more and my play is going down. That is not how normal gamers warm up for these speedruns. Normal gamers are able to warm up and get better as they play. I warm up and get worse! Oh man. I've definitely taken a lot of strides in addressing my weight. I actually weighed myself this morning at like the lowest weight I've been in years. I actually peaked. I didn't peak, but I was over 300 pounds at the end of 2021 when I had my teeth taken out. All the rotting teeth that I had on the top of my mouth, had them all taken out. And I was able to find a way to eat a little bit healthier ever since then. Exercising more regularly has helped that too. But I can't help but think that my endurance has gone down a little bit since shedding the weight, which really it should be the opposite. You would expect with less weight to carry that you would have a little more energy. I just don't. I don't get it. So, it looks like this V-Hard run is probably going to go nowhere unless Lungefish gets this early stack raise. He doesn't get that garbage clear, but he may not be long for this world anyway. Okay. The aggressive stack raise did not pay off for Sir Fish of Lunge. Like, if these foes can't find their matches, they will certainly raise. And that will get these early foes in trouble. So, Raph will not get anything more than 20 out of that. Like, I can still sub 8 from here, but it would take a cave not unlike the one I had in the last attempt. And those don't grow on trees, my dudes.
Dude!
Oh, why did I do that? I held up my combo garbage because I thought I was going to get out of the queue by the time I sent the attack. So that wasted a little bit more time. But this would still... This still has a window to get under 30 minutes. Might take like 15 seconds a stage, but it could get done. Like something like that, maybe? Alright, Plant's gonna just completely run out then. Sure. I think Plant did enough to cost me the sub 30. Really, it's just my struggles with hard mode that continue to plague these attempts. Oh, that's a very aggressive raise. Not a lot of chaining out of that, so Kamek's not going to have a lot of window to downstack and survive out of this. He is restarting his chains, though, which is always bothersome. I'm barely beating Kamek in the 30-minute time limit. That's no bueno. I have to think Beef and her FFR would be able to beat that. Actually finish the whole thing in 30 minutes. Leave me just a little bit sad. Oh, that's perfect. Ah, the timing could not have been placed any better. And there
We
it
did
shows. Oh, man. Man, I could not have planned that attack to land on Bowser any better, dude. Don't care about the garbage clear. It was going to be as good as that stage is going to get. Alright. So, the results are in. They are mixed. My hard mode sucks eggs. So, I'm going to have to do better with that when I actually get to my qualifying. So, I will take an extended break to prepare myself. And on the other side of this break, I will actually do my qualifying for the Tetris Attack 2026 Bumpty Open. So, let's see if the sub-30s can start rolling in with my 2 attempts to qualify. Starting with this first attempt coming at you right after this. Be right back, dudes.
Dude?
Welcome back to Tetris Attack for the Super Nintendo Dudes, and it is time to qualify for the Tetris Attack Speedrun Tournament 2026 Bumpty Open. Here is how this is going to work. I'm going to start by wandering into the League of Puzzle Speedrunners Discord server. I will go to their tournament qualifying chat channel. I will post in that channel that I am going to qualify for this tournament. I am going to provide a link to my Twitch stream, which I will be performing the qualifying on. And I will be entering. I intend to do so now. And that starts the clock. I now have 2 hours to get my easy to V hard run of this game done within a 30-minute time limit. I get one shot at this in the 2-hour block. I have 30 minutes once I start to finish the whole thing. And if I don't finish the whole thing, then I will be granted forward progress based on the last stage I finished within the 30-minute time limit. So all that tells me to do is to just finish the run and be done with it, just like I did for the first tournament of this season. So let's get into position and get ready to start this marathon. I don't think there's any need to simulate any race conditions, because we don't do races of this back-to-back-to-back-to-back category yet. I would entertain the possibility of changing that later. Let's see. Let's get this first qualifying session of the TA2026 Bumpty Open going.
Are you ready?
We'll see if I am ready, Brock. We shall see. Well, that's not starting off how I need to, that's for sure. Better? Alright. Didn't start ideally, but the follow-up attack was exactly what I needed, and 15 seconds will definitely be just fine. May need to lock in a little bit to be sure. I'm going to make this work. Don't do it. Don't do it, that little garbage. Match. That little match just gave you all the time in the world. Nuts. Nuts. Can't seem to avoid that ever. Very hard to go 10 for 10 in avoiding garbage clears. I don't know how many people have ever done it. Okay, the combos are there. It's either 15 or 20 so far. And quite frankly, I wouldn't mind that. If I had more 15s and 20s, then I could actually escape this level with something resembling sub 6. Well, that's certainly not going to help. Really am averaging just a little over 20 seconds a stage so far. No, I'm averaging like, it's 15, 20, 15, 21. I can't do that math right now. Give that a shot. Lots of combos. That will be another 15. Well, it's a series like 15, 20, 15, 21, 15. 35, 71, 86. I'm averaging 17.2 seconds a stage right now. And I would be thrilled with that. Certainly not thrilled with that garbage clear, though. It's gonna waste a lot of time. And that chain. Not at any point in this mode will opponents learn how to set up chains off of transformed garbage. They just simply will not ever see it. So anyone that they are able to get is just pure dumb luck. Now you're gonna get to that purple. Dang. Really is kind of feast or famine with these stages. It's either 15 or 25. And I really can't afford to have those 25s, dude.
Dude!
Okay. I think that's fine. Just rub more salt in the wound, why don't you? This is probably on pace for something like 6:15, which I would be fine with. Okay. That might have been a bit much. As long as you don't get to those stars in time, it'll be fine. It will definitely be fine. If I can layer those chains like I know I can, then 15-second stages should not be that hard, dude.
Dude!
Where am I ending this? Where am I? Sure. Nope, you're gonna get to that. You're gonna chain off of that. No, you're not allowed to do that.
You're my hero.
That run would have been fine were it not for, like, one of those garbage clears. That stinks. Try to turn the brightness all the way up on my CRT to show me when the fade to black is starting. So I would rather be late.
Let's go!
On transitioning between these levels than go early and risk. I believe I set the penalty at 1 minute for failing to properly
I don't think so, Tim.
observe the reset rules. I think I put a 1 minute penalty onto your session time at the time of the offense. Because it is serious business around here. The garbage clears, they just will not go away. Doesn't matter what level I'm playing, they refuse to stop existing. They'll never go away. Can't imagine any sort of innovation that would come to playing these runs in race situations that would outright stop garbage clears from happening whenever the opponents are ready for them. They just have a routine of making matches primarily at the top of their stack that prevents the garbage clears from not happening. Why did I not send you anything? Oh man, if my follow-ups are not sending enough combo garbage, then I'm gonna have some real problems with hard mode again, dude.
Dude!
That's a... No, I didn't want that 5 chain. It's just wasting more and more... Why did that chain continue? Why was I so absent-minded to let that chain continue, dude?
Dude!
Golly. This is not the time to have these issues. Not the time to have that issue either. Okay, okay, that is so not going to work. How do I make this quicker? That is not quicker, but should be secure. It's fine. That's fine. Considering how long it took me to start that, 16 is fine. It's the only word I can give to it. Okay, I think I have a... thing I can work with here. That does disrupt the matches at the top of the stack long enough to get that win. I think if I had sent that attack earlier, Raphael would have been able to pivot to like a red match on the right side, would have gotten the garbage clear in time. I don't think I've done enough here. Okay. Really? Chains off of the garbage? Again, you're not supposed to know how to do that. Doesn't matter what level, what opponent. They never learn to chain off of transformed garbage. They don't set them up on purpose. If it looks like they're setting one up, because they were trying to do some other move. Usually it would usually involve some sort of attempt to link matches with panels that have transformed above the primary garbage. So I will be losing time on this normal segment because of my early game sloppiness. As long as I don't lose it on the hard mode, I should be fine. Alright, we good? Yes!
You're my hero.
Alright. At least I handled the most difficult opponent with the swiftest of ease. So now for the hard segment. In 2 warm-up runs, I have had terrible
Let's go.
hard segments the whole way, so let's see if I can get a little bit of revenge here. And that's certainly not starting like that. Hey, FFR, sup, dude?
Dude?
Certainly, have had the opportunity to fancy things up a little bit. Having a dedicated streaming space certainly helps. Yeah, I will, I can certainly show everything off again before I end for the day, but I've actually made some extra fixings for myself over here. Like, not only do I have the increased space, but you might be able to see the couch.
Space!
Thank you, Tim. Might be able to see the couch that you might be eyeing to the to my immediate right. Ooh, that was close. So I still have a place to lay down and relax if I need to. But yeah, the couch reclines. which is certainly going to allow me to do some more fun things. Not gonna stop Wiggler from getting another garbage clear, though. I've got the couch over there, and then directly behind me, you might be able to see the refrigerator I've got stored down here. So, I've got ways to keep myself occupied with food and water without having to leave the space. Should certainly go pretty well for any future subathons that I might want to plan. I don't know if those will come anytime soon, but I definitely appreciate having the option now. Yeah, basically got everything except the toilet. No, there is a closet back there, but that goes to the water heater. It's kind of a weird place for it, but the bedrooms in this place have some weird things hidden in them. One of them's got this water heater. One of them's got the electrical breaker. I suppose kind of par for the course when you don't have dedicated rooms to store all those things, but their placements around the house are just a little bit on the random side. Like, in a perfect world, I would have stored all of those things in a basement. I ain't got room for one of those things. I've got room to make that lag chain, though. So, that should get rid of Hook Bill as soon as he stops screwing around. There we go. Like, I don't know, as long as it takes to build up some of these lag chains, I kind of don't work in hard mode, as my recent tournament performances are suggesting. Let's give that a shot. Woo! That smell! Piranha Plant was not a worthy challenger. Don't even have the right splits up to make that joke. That's a weird one. I don't like you going off on that, King. Okay. Well, guess what? This hard mode's gonna be trash again. It's gonna be over 7 minutes and it's gonna make me feel bad. And yet it'll be like my best attempt of the night to this point. Ooh, I was trying to not get a combo going and trying not to lose the combo. I end up losing the whole chain instead. No, I'm bad.
You're my hero.
Once again, my hard mode runs are trash. That's gonna make coming back in this V hard segment interesting. Oh boy. At least the V hards have been good.
Let's go.
Let's see. It's kind of a nifty way to order that chain. Nope.
That's
okay.
no good.
Okay. Still a 15, Sanic. You don't need to lose yourself over that. Is Beefin out here capturing all of the paled upon PBs? I see that paled upon kick he's been on lately. Really, I need to get out from under organizing the community tournaments long enough to get into similar grinds for myself. As the PB grinders have been a minute since I've thrown myself into one of the games and just grinded on that non-stop. Let's see, got a little eight to 5 action going. Is that gonna be enough? Nice! Has 15 been my worst stage in this V-Hard so far? Feels like I really have been going through Schmoovin' USA with this. I don't like where this is headed. Combos were lacking, so I made the chain bigger. Oh no. Get that down. Fine. Didn't matter if it actually got down or not. Probably is better that it didn't to avoid shake time. Combo's very bad, so make sure this 8 combo lands, and it's still not gonna be good enough. Dang, you even raised your stack all the way up to get to that garbage clear. Oh well, you know what the great Pokemon trainers always say, can't win them all. Unfortunate, still a killer first half for what I need to do here. I kinda needed to avoid the top of the stack from getting a garbage clear. And it's Still didn't matter. It didn't matter what I did here. He was always getting that clear. He tried to go for a 5 combo. I think the cheeky fishy tried to go down to the bottom to make that a 5 combo. You ain't got time for that in this level, my dude.
Dude!
Oh, on the raise! No! Don't be chaining like that, my dude.
Dude!
Come on! The timing was really good on that. Why you gotta punish me for just playing the game? Come on. Thought I played that so well. So what do I need? Can't tell what time I need from here. Really? Okay. So let's see. Let's see. At 8:17 would put me at 30:26. I need 750? Ugh. It's kind of nasty. This 5 chain's also fairly nasty. Let this fall. Oh, come off it. You're gonna get to that. Okay, never mind. Ah! I think hard mode cucked me here. Probably gonna beat this Kamek, but I'm not gonna have time for anything else, so... how close can I make it? It's, you started chaining. Damn it.
Oh, shit.
Damn it, he started chaining. So that's a 29:30. Nuts. That's not gonna be enough. I would expect FFR Beefin to actually complete the whole thing. My only hope of getting like a 7. No. Oh well. Definitely try to go big at the end there. Just keep chaining from there, please, so you can deplete everything. Thank you.
Ha! We did it!
Nuts. Well, definitely gonna want a do-over on that one, dude.
Dude!
Alright. So there's the highlight I want to make. I think my Kamek time was 29:30, but I need to make sure that I did not prematurely reset at any point. So I will go over to my video producer, go into the back end and actually review this highlight to make sure that everything's above board. I must say, I'm not a super fan of the acoustics in this room, because I had a fair bit of carpet. I had a fair bit of carpet on my floor to muffle echoing in the previous place. But here I can't help but notice the echo no matter what sort of audio filters I put on this thing. Let me make sure. Let me make sure I have started this on time. Probably good enough. Now to see if I reset prematurely on this easy part. That's definitely fine. Now to see if I reset prematurely on the normal segment. I don't usually have that problem. I tend to react late to the resets by design, by virtue of my brightness on my TV turned up to the maximum just so I could see the reset point easier. So now for the hard segment, the trash hard segment. And then, when does this Kamek end? Kamek did start chaining. I do see the 2929.9 here. So I have the capability to slow this down a great deal. There's a browser plugin that works with Chrome that lets you slow down the Twitch footage a great deal. Yeah, that's certainly a 0.9 at the worst. So that will be fine. Alright, how did I format these? Okay. So let me just push to the end of the run. All right. So I've clicked the start and the end of the run. Double checked for early resets. Double checked the time I finished off Kamek. And now to clip it. And we'll put this link to the highlight in the League of Puzzle Speedrunners Discord server in the dedicated report scores channel. So, as soon as that processes, Beefin can confirm that is the time. But I am not about to let that stand. I have every intention of doing this again. And this time I shall not fail in my goal of sub 30ing this easy to be hard category. So the final run of the night will commence right after this. So be right back, dudes.
Dude.
back to Tetris Attack 2026 tournament qualifying, dudes, and second verse is the same as the first. Venture over to the League of Puzzle Speedrunners Discord server, post in the qualifying chat channel that I am qualifying. This is my second attempt, and the clock is on. 2 hours to do one 30-minute session of the easy through V hard category of the versus levels of this game. And the goal will be to get through as much of it within 30 minutes as I can get. I have already done a run where I have beaten Kamek in a shade under 29 minutes 30 seconds, but I can certainly do better than that if last month's qualifying was anything to go by. So I will be attempting once again to finish the whole thing in 30 minutes or less. So let's jump into it. Time to get in position. Time to hydrate. And time to get ready for the last call of the night coming at ya.
Are you ready?
Alright, let's see how... Well, okay. Well, certainly in no position to grant do-overs. Man. That was horrible. Where were my chains, dude?
Dude?
Where in the world did all of my chains go? Of course, needed one more. Then it was never going to end in my favor with how readily that match was, and readily that chain was, and then that follow-up match. Wow. Wow. This is gonna be awful. This is heading into 640 territory with how this is trending, dude. Oh no.
Dude?
Oh no.
Huh?
Jeez, all that screen shake from the 5 chain. I didn't make the combos there. Think if I make 15s the rest of the way, I would be fine for around 630, but certainly not playing with any reason to have the faith right now. You're gonna align those stars. Not in time. Not this stage. Wiggler will not respond that quickly. Hookbill might. Man, Beefin' really out here collecting pound upon PBs like Infinity Stones right now. right now this game is just making me collect L's. Every garbage clear, this segment gets worse and worse and worse. Ugh. Alright, that looks pretty good. I was never going to avoid that garbage clear with any reasonable attempt. But... Ugh. I certainly would not be playing at the level to where I could get easy mode, get paneled opponent PBs. Oh, come on! Can we not get all the garbage clears, please? Can we not? Alright, that should be enough to deal with whatever distance Raphael wanted to go down there. That's fine. That's fine. I've been dealing with a lot of... dealing with a lot of trash in this first part. Again, if there's going to be a level that's going to kill my momentum towards sub 30, it's going to be hard and V hard. It's not going to be easy. But you know, Hookbill is really making this... Why? Why is this happening right now? I don't get it. I don't get it, game. What are you doing? I'm sorry. I said 640? Forgive my rudeness. I didn't mean that I was actually going to get 640. I meant I was going to get 650.
You're my hero.
So bad. So bad. I don't have the room to make up in normal and hard to make up a deficit that big going into V hard. Man.
Let's go.
Sheesh. Of course I needed one more line. Fortunately, Lakitu is too slow to react, but I have got to clean that up for the end game. This Kamek will go off. Let's do this then. Sure. top. Don't have time for that. And there we go, that's fine. Alright, how about a normal PB to make up for that easy mode slop? Like, it's literally a world record that I'm asking for, but I think it would be the most poetic thing to get right now. Just lock in, dude. Just lock in. That was a guess. That was an adventurous, an adventurous guess. Like that should never work on a normal stage. Don't do that. Okay, I'm good here. I am kind of tilting right now, so that's gonna lock in on the play. Let's see what I can do. That did not help. I really didn't make the combos there. I need to be able to up the combos for Kamek. Okay. And that one I would need to up the chains for Kamek. Kinda hard to get anything right with this one. Okay. Take that. Nice. Really had to make some snap judgments there to extend the chain where I needed it. Being decisive is way more important than being right, dude.
Dude!
Why did I do that? Holy moly, that's bad. Okay. Okay. I think I'm still in 615 range from this. Really would be a nice confidence boost. I don't need that. That's too much. That's too much. That's too much, Drew. Too much for plant, too. Alright. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, maybe not 6:15. 6:20 might be doable. Oh, no, that's gonna chain.
That's no good.
Wow. Wow, what was the plan there?
You're my hero.
Okay. Okay. That's a competent normal time at least. Now for hard.
Let's go.
Oh boy. That is a lot happening very fast. Great recovery. That's why I have said at least once that I am the Tiger Woods of the community. Very much heading on the downward spiral trajectory. Of his career, especially how this is playing. Holy! Ugh! Why does this always happen to me in normal mode, in hard mode? Ugh! But why? That seemed inevitable. Oh well. Oh well, just don't completely blow up in hard mode. That's all I ask. That's not blowing it up. Okay. Recovery was fine. It is just fine. Let's do this.
Dude!
Yeah. Oh, why am I so bad? Oh, boy. Boy. Somehow coming out of normal mode, the speed increase is actually getting to me somehow. I don't feel right. Alright, we good? Nice! Just plopped, and then boom. Alright, keep locking in. That's not locking in, my dude.
Dude!
That's better. Oh. As soon as Lunchfish stops doing that, you're down to row 2. Thank you. There's like 2 different but why clips I could make as reactions to the befuddlements that I'm feeling at this moment. There's like the classic Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged but why, but then there's also a VTuber version that goes, but why? But why? But why? But why? But why? But why? If anyone wants to take the time and get me the clips of both of those that I can use on stream, then yeah, I need to like remember to credit people for that. Let this fall. There we go. Wow, 9 lines. Not very cooperative. I could still end with like my best deficit going into V hard of the night, which is really saying a lot for how these runs have gone tonight. Why are you still here, sir? Always hard mode. Why? Why is it always hard mode? I'm gonna need a dedicated hard mode session to undo this funk. Hell. Don't need that. Definitely don't need that. That's a 10. Why did the captions even say there? That's a 10.
That top note, that cream, pure vanilla, sweeteners. That's a 10.
Why am I doing this badly? Why am I doing this badly?
You're my hero.
Alright, 7-minute flat V hard, let's go.
Yeah!
Alright, here we go. That's not gonna help. Okay. How do I go all out here? I kind of need to. I need to look something like that. Why? What? Why is this continuing to happen? Yep. Most people keep playing and get better. I keep playing and get worse. Ugh. Please. Oh, on the raise! Oh. We have one more line. Are you serious? Oh, that's still... That's... Wow. Wow! I just can't right now. Clearly I burned my good luck with the 2923 I got earlier. Man! You know how many people would still be playing that stage, dude? That was not winnable. Gotta go for it. No, don't do that. Woo! There we go. Oh, give me like 5 more of those, please. If I can get 5 more of those, I think I can come back. Oh, man. I knew that was going to be a problem. I also knew that was going to be a problem for Blarg. But I'm probably out of time to try and make up this much time. Oh no. I had no hope to get around that. Game's laughing at me now. I've had it. This is bleh. My energy is spent. I ain't got time for any of this anymore. I don't have the time to be making gigantic chains to reload on these foes, but I can't actually win without reloading with gigantic chains. That's stupid. That is actually stupid. Might be the worst. This might end up being the worst V-Hard I've ever, easy to V-Hard I've ever done. Man. Ugh. Man. That's all I have to... this is all I have to say about that. Ugh. Let's fall. There we go. Oh, but of course. But of course. Okay, give that a shot. Ah, oh well. Yep. Appreciate you chaining off, Kamek, to let me know just how screwed I actually was. It didn't matter what I did here. Kamek was always gonna be that bad. I can't, dude. I can't anymore. Ugh. My brain is broken. Alright. You gonna do your thing, Bowser? Maybe? Come on. What a perfect time for a V-Hard run to end with the Bowser. Man, my captions can't even do the line right. This is where you come in and say, the bouncer. The Bowser. How fast are you going to go, my dude? I'm reloading with chains. I'm sitting here doing what I need to do to keep pressure on Bowser, but he's continuing to go off.
We did it!
Alright, before I reset the timer, keep that gold split, I need to see if I reset too early. So let's go back into the highlighter and find where this starts, find where this ends, and let's get this sucker with a capital F highlighted. Alright, so start the run, highlighting it from where? There. Alright, did I reset early on easy? It's like the worst combination of easy hard and V hard runs I've ever done. Was the normal run any good? Oh, 630 normal. But the rest of it was trash. Alright. Easy was fine. Was normal fine. Yeah, that's fine. The hard one is the one I'm concerned with. I may have reset early on this one. Okay, no, alright, no problems there. The fade to black always comes a lot later on, a lot earlier on your screens than it does on mine. I would have thought turning the brightness up would have let me see the fade sooner, but it might be holding me back. Might be holding me back from resetting at the ideal time. Okay. There's the end of the session. Now, where did I kill Luntrish at? That was bad. $27.51. hold on, let me make sure, like, on my timer, Raphael was down at 30 minutes flat. It's close enough to 30:01 that I really don't care. Golly. Golly gee willikers. Yeah, that's gotta be the worst combination of easy hard and V hard I've ever had in a run. Ugh. Whew. Well, I am emotionally spent. That's for sure. I will save these splits to chronicle what it was I did today and what it is I didn't do today. Oh my. Yeah. Definitely done. Definitely done with this game for this week. Ugh. That was... could not have ended much worse. But you know what? You know what should be more exciting? Check out the... If you're just tuning in, I am streaming from a new place compared to what I was for the Lakitu Open qualifying the last time I was on this channel. So you did join a little late. Let's take a look at how this room is being arranged here. I've definitely got some good things to show here. Definitely got a nice flow going on in here. I've got my consoles over here for the time being. Let's shut that SNES off before I throw it out the window. Which, by the way, I have a window like directly behind my primary gaming monitor here. It's the only window in the room. It goes directly into the driveway, so it'd be kind of bad for me to throw out anything through that window. So I will not do that, dude.
Dude,
I've got my setup going here. Got the primary PC monitor here, the secondary monitor here, the tertiary monitor over here where I see all of the dudes in all of the places. Which I never said that I was streaming on YouTube, on Twitch, on Rumble, on Kick. So I am regularly streaming at all of those places, and I should be streaming more regularly next month. This was a bit of an aberration. All the moving I had to do, but I am like 95% settled in what I want to do here, and yeah, look at the rest of this stuff we got here. Got my gaming devices and accessories all lined up in one place here. All my handheld consoles, my games, mostly PlayStation 2 games. Got the networking and the gaming accessories over there, there's a printer sitting on top of them, and sitting next to those, which, yeah, you are, certainly not, you're certainly not, seeing those wrong. There is a microwave right here, and this is a fridge, a fully functioning fridge, complete with a little freezer. So I can like freeze things and reheat them in this microwave as needed. I'm also keeping a nice healthy stock of water balls to stay hydrated, dudes. So having that in the space is going to be nice.
Space!
Thank you, Tim. And of course, the highlight over here is the love seat. This love seat's pretty neat because in the middle I've got cup holders and a little storage for snacks. And this would be a neat space to like just sit and like watch a television that I put on the opposite wall at some point in the future. I point the camera right on this table right here and do some watch-alongs with the paying members. Why not? Why not? It feels like a pretty good thing to get going. So this would be a fun setting to do that in. Even like the Monday paste bin updates, I could see myself sitting in front of the couch and doing right here. I would be doing them on my treadmill, but my treadmill stopped working in the middle of the move. So I've got a big paperweight. I'm going to be waiting a couple of weeks until my next treadmill gets shipped in. But this love seat is pretty nice. In fact, I can recline it. I can scoot this all the way back, and if I wanted to sleep on stream during the subathon, I've got that opportunity right here, dude.
Dude?
I can do it on this seat. I can do it on this seat too. This might be a better angle to actually see me sleep. You might prefer to see it this way. I don't know. I don't know. Like maybe this part of the couch love seat is obscuring me just a little bit. Maybe I do want that. Maybe I would want to have that kind of privacy. Probably not. If I'm being real and honest with you, dudes. This is probably not the way it should go. Probably should be just laying down here and being in position to be fully exposed during subathons. This is probably the way to do it, isn't it, dude?
Dude?
This is probably the place. So this is a pretty neat option to have. Of course, I have a little table, older table, right here. I could like put together jigsaw puzzles on stream if that's a thing you wanted to see. or maybe Gunpla. And I'm not sure I could imagine myself getting into building Gundam units, but if that is a thing you wanted to see, I guess I have the space for it. I definitely did not have the space for it in the
Space!
prior housing arrangements. This is what I get for having a dedicated streaming space. I am definitely thankful to be able to have this dedicated streaming space going forward. And you can tell it's getting late because all of my mood lighting sources have gone dead. The battery life on those things is 2.5 hours, so they went out a while ago. They definitely went out a while ago. So I think that covers everything. This is definitely a space that is going to serve me well in the coming years, and it better serve me well in the coming years because I have no intention of going anywhere else, dude. I stayed at the last place for close to 20 years. I imagine I'll be here for another 20 years, and maybe in 20 years I will continue to be streaming my favorite games. Maybe I'll have moved on to all the RPGs I want to play by that point, but I certainly wouldn't be disappointed to keep trying to entertain you dudes with the streaming opportunities that this space is now going to give me. Hopefully you will enjoy the future content here.
Dude!
Like that's gotta be it, right? I don't know exactly how I am going to arrange my schedule going forward. I imagine at some point next week, once the Tetris Attack qualifying ends, I am going to open up the qualifying for the next Pokemon Puzzle League tournament, the Koga Open. So I am anticipating that I will want to do some sort of qualifying for the Koga Open on Wednesday next week, and then on Friday next week I would get myself ready for the Bumpty Open on next Saturday. So I'm gonna be looking at that at a minimum for streams next week, but I do have some videos to catch up on uploading for the tournaments. I don't even have the Lakitu Open tournament VODs uploaded yet, so I gotta get those done and dusted before I can really start moving on to all the other videos that I want to make, which the backlog continues to pile up, and hopefully tonight entertain you dudes enough with at least a couple of great moments, and I'll continue to populate my YouTube Shorts feed with the moments that come from these streams. Hopefully more dudes will be able to enjoy them.
Dude!
But yeah, I think that takes care of everything. That is going to do it for me for today. Until next time, everyone, be decent to each other. Later, dudes.
Dude!